My uncle bought this old colonial farmhouse in 1992. It was in bad shape then, and it's even worse today. But I'm here now to do what I can to save it. The problem is, I'm going to be on an incredibly tight budget on this one. I'm going to tackle the most dangerous problem first. These timbers have seen better days. I have the raw materials to make this right. But first, I need to turn them into a piece of history. Great, now I have to walk to work. In some places, I took out more material than I really wanted to. That's why you always make sure you go down the tree, not up. As always, I remember the poor souls that did this work 260 years ago. The old timbers are so rotten that they simply fall to pieces. It makes removal quick and easy. I'm thrilled to find some of the missing trim for upstairs down here in the basement. Hopefully I'll have more opportunities to work on this historic home in the months ahead. I'm not really making anything on it, but there are some things far more important than money. There's almost 300 years of history right here, but we'll get to it as this project goes on. A quiet devotion to the dead makes it almost inevitable that you'd find me in a dungeon like this in November. 18th century bricks are very soft and require a delicate touch. If I need it, I have a brand new Dremel tool to carve out the mortar. For this first timber, it's not necessary. The mortar gives me a nice clean break, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Old brick and stone buildings are some of the easiest to restore. To install these new timbers, I'll simply have to use a little bit of common sense. The old floor is sunk down as much as 6 inches in some places. That complicates the work a good bit. Uncle Dave was scared to death that I'd hurt myself putting the timbers in myself, but I'm used to doing these things alone. It's a struggle, but I begin to push the new timber through the foundation. I drive up the old hand-forged nails to make room for the timber. When they hewed these floor joists out, they definitely weren't perfect. If you look close, they hewed out almost half an inch off this floorboard, so it's set level. And that's on account of the floor joists not being perfect. I borrowed a cant hook from a local Amish sawmill to twist the timber into position. You know, one of those Amish boys over there didn't even know what a cant hook was. Once I have a couple more timbers in and the floor cleaned up, I can jack up the floor. Huh? Nah. If you want to see more of this and other worthwhile projects in the future, make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button. It helps my efforts at historic preservation far more than you realize.